I remember me starting off in junior year of high school. We had a very important exam coming up. It was a math test. I remember it had something to do with interest, but it was like on steroids interest. I was doing one of the harder math subjects, so it was going to be pretty difficult. I never really thought of myself as a guy who worked hard and studied hard, but for this exam, I don't know why, but I just really tried my best. I did so many exam questions, I did tons of practice questions, talked to the teacher about how I should improve, what silly mistakes am I making that I should be wary of. Genuinely working my hardest. Not doing this fake, I think I'm working hard, but in actuality I could have worked harder. Genuinely trying my best. Walking into that exam room, I was so confident, I was so self-assured in myself because I knew I put the work in. Tell me why I ended up getting the lowest in the class for that exam. I remember teachers handing out the papers. The students who didn't work as hard or try as hard left the studying to last minute, getting higher marks than me, working hard 24/7, doing all the practice questions. All I wanted to do was impress my teacher, impress my friends, impress myself that when I put work in, I dedicate myself, I can see results. But this moment where I try genuinely my best and end up failing completely, this moment destroyed me. After this, I didn't study nearly as hard as I did for that exam because of the results I got. I lost all my hope and I genuinely tried my best and I got the worst results. I don't blame myself for losing hope. I completely understand why that happened. You want to know something? A very similar story happened just a couple days ago actually. I was editing one of these YouTube videos and halfway through it, I realized that this video is kind of crap. The lighting wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. It was kind of funky. The audio was really quiet, so I had to manually boost it up, but it was still kind of quiet. I was doing a bunch of double takes because I wasn't speaking coherently, and I just knew it wasn't going to perform well. It felt like I'm wasting my time editing this video. It's not even going to do well. It's a crap video anyway. I've just wasted my entire morning trying to edit this video, this crap video that I don't like at all. I woke up early in the morning just to edit this video, and then that same hopeless feeling came back when I did the exam. I felt like a loser. I felt like I'm never going to succeed. I was saying to myself, what's the point of all of this? I've basically wasted my entire morning doing nothing. And I stayed in that hopeless, sad feeling for around 5 minutes. And then I just innocently, not really thinking too much of it, I thought to myself, what can I do to remedy this? How can I make this video better? I thought to myself, I could re-record the video and do that again, but what's the point of that? I'm already halfway across editing this video. I'll just take the L of this video and try and improve the next one. So then how do I improve the next video? Well, I didn't really script this video that I'm editing right now. I really had to overthink, pause and think, what am I going to say next? What story am I going to say? And then I thought to myself for a moment, oh, let me just re-record this video with a script. But nah, I'm already halfway through recording it. I'll just take the L. Oh, I can re-script my next video because scripting videos doesn't take a super long amount of time. So I could probably just script out 5 videos right here, right now after editing this video. And then I just sat back. I was like, whoa. I can just script out 5 insanely good videos that I know will do well and record them back to back. Comparing to sitting down recording a crappy video, I can just, instead of wasting all that time, I can just use that time instead to script out a bunch of videos and then slowly over time opening up those scripts and then recording those videos instead. And then all of a sudden it's like, I'm back in the game, or my motivation's all up high. I'm the next Jeff Bezos, I'm the next Elon Musk, I'm him. I'm gonna be a billionaire within the next 10 months. Seeing that motivation just came out of nowhere. What just happened? I was so hopeless, I felt like a loser. And then within 2 minutes, I completely eliminated that feeling and I was on the opposite side. I was super happy, super motivated. I just eliminated my hopelessness with action. That's what I did. I didn't like the situation that I currently was in. So I made a plan to get out of that situation. And that plan fueled me because I knew it was gonna work. I knew if I scripted out the videos, they would turn out to be better videos. Which makes so much sense, right? If you feel like you're hopeless, that means you don't really feel like you know what to do. Or you feel like you're stuck in a trap. So in order to get out of that trapped feeling, you make a plan to escape that trap. It's so self-explanatory, right? It makes so much sense. Why didn't I figure that this sooner? For example, me back when I did that test and I got the lowest score in the whole class. 100% it was demotivating. 100% I probably should have deserved higher marks. And I sank into that hopeless despair feeling But what could I have done instead? I could have doubled down and said to myself, okay, I'm going to analyze this test. I'm going to see what mistakes did I made. I'm going to talk to my teacher. I'm going to say, what mistakes did I made? How can I avoid them in the future? And then I move on. I know if I talked to my teacher, he would have talked me through it and said, these mistakes happen. This is how you learn. This is how you grow. This is just all part of the process. I know I would have been motivated again. I would have said to myself, yeah, next test, I'm going to learn from these mistakes and just never make them again and get the highest in the class next time. You watching this video, this might have not been what you're after. This isn't like some sort of app that you download or some sort of habit tracker that I'm gonna give you. This is not some sort of mindset you're trying to adopt. I guess it kind of is a mindset, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's easier said than done. You have to actually make a plan and you have to take action, which is why most people, they never escape that feeling because it's scarier to take action. It's harder to take action. It's harder to see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's so easy to fall into that despair feeling. It's so simple. It's literally programmed in our DNA to fall into that. It's programmed in our DNA. So going in the opposite direction and saying, oh, I want to be happy. I want to see the good side of this situation. I want to learn from this. It's hard. Sticking to that plan when you feel happy, when you feel sad, when you feel hopeless again, when you feel motivated, when you feel tired. It's something that everyone can learn to do, but not everyone is willing to do. It takes a lot of heart, a lot of strength, a lot of discipline even. And it's all on you. There's no outside force, some parent or some friend you can rely on. It's all you. You have to take that action to escape that hopeless feeling. No one else is going to do that for you. No one's going to come and save you. I'm not going to sit here and try and convince you that it's all going to be okay, that you're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to take action and see that light for yourself. So let me ask you then, are you going to take this video as a wake-up call to finally take action towards a meaningful, purposeful life? Or are you going to ignore this video and the advice that I gave you and you're going to sink back into that hopeless feeling? If you do sink into that hopeless feeling, I don't blame you. I can't lie. I've sunk into that feeling for years and years and years. I never wanted to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I knew it was going to be so much effort, so much pain that I'm going to have to change myself. I'm going to change my habits. I'm going to have to build new habits, or destroy old habits. I'm going to have so much pressure on me to fulfill my dreams. And what if it doesn't work out? There were a lot of limiting beliefs that went through me. But I ended up changing anyway. And please change, I'm telling you now. Even though you feel like, oh, it's this big mountain that I have to climb. I don't want to climb that mountain. I'd rather climb the mountain. Even if I fail, I'll get up and try again. I'm telling you now, as the guy who's in your situation right now, and the guy who ended up changing and taking action, it's so much better on the other side. I don't care what stress you feel, what anxieties you feel. The anxieties and stress you feel 10 years later, when you're still the same person and you're actually in an even deeper rabbit hole now, that pain you're gonna feel, that stress you're gonna feel, it's nowhere near the pain you're gonna feel from just simply making that change, making that plan, sticking to that plan. That's how I eliminated my hopelessness. But you realize it's gonna be fine in the end. Just, it was a little hiccup on the road, and as long as you stick to that original plan to escape that hopeless feeling, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be just fine. As long as you take action.